It's a good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to In the Pink. I'm Rutendo Macherera, your host. And today we're going to have a wonderful show because we have a guest. Listen to me, I said a guest. This guest is going to make you sit by the edge of your chair. He's an electrical engineer with a great passion for computing, specifically cybersecurity. And he's now doing his master's in software engineering. His name is none other than Safian Blay. How are you, Blay?
I'm good, Rutendo.
I want us to talk more about you doing your bachelor's in electrical engineering and then moving on to your master's doing software engineering. How did that happen and how did that work for you?
Okay, so initially, right, back in Ghana, I'm a Ghanaian. So back in Ghana, I didn't actually know what to study. My parents always wanted me to be a doctor. You know, back in Africa, everybody wants you to be a doctor. Yeah. So I applied for my school here in China and I was offered electrical engineering. So I started with the engineering course. I loved it, but later on I realized, okay, that's not where my passion really lies. So I said, since I can't take a double degree course, so why don't I study by myself in the room? So anytime after class, I just go back to my room, make time for myself and study on my own, like watching YouTube videos and also taking courses online. So that's how I started it.
Wow, that's really wonderful. Well, I've been going to school and that time of, going back and having that drive of actually studying something else while you're in class, you are doing something, that's really something great. Like, how did you manage the work from school, like electrical engineering, you have assignments and all that. How did you manage to be doing your online courses and also getting the work done in class?
Okay, actually, right, I'm very fast. When you teach me something, I'm able to grasp it quickly.
Very quickly.
Yeah. So after class, I go inside. Maybe like in class, right? After I grasp it, that's it. So when I go back to the room, I know, okay, this is my time to study cybersecurity or computing on my own. So let me just focus on it. Yeah. So in the room, it's all about computers. Outside the room, it's about electrical engineering.
That's really something. I don't know what to say about this because it's only a few people that I know that can actually be disciplined in that way, that you go to class and you do what you're supposed to do in class, and then you also, most people would prefer to like maybe drop out and focus on one thing only, but well, you did it. You did it. I want us to talk more about cybersecurity. What got you into cyber? First of all, please just explain to our viewers and some of us what cybersecurity is.
Actually, cybersecurity is like trying to protect the internet. Now everything is exposed to the internet. So cybersecurity is all about trying to defend the networks before the bad guys get to it. Actually, people have this misconception about cybersecurity experts, hackers, and all that. Actually, I want to clarify this. A hacker is a hacker is not a bad person. You understand? Mostly those bad people are the crackers.
Oh.
They are crackers. Yes. So we should never confuse a hacker with a cracker.
Okay.
So cybersecurity, we just defend the networks.
Right. But what got you into cybersecurity?
What got me into cybersecurity? Okay, growing up, right, I always hear people say we've been hacked, maybe data has been breached, people hacking the government, people hacking healthcare, right? So I was like, okay, if people are hacking them, like what can we do to stop
it?
All this? Or we can't actually stop it, right? But we can try to minimize it. So what can I also do on my own to help? So I just got the drive to study it.
Wow. So these days, I don't know if this is true. Let me just check the facts with you right now. Because I see online on Instagram, do you like teach people also on this cybersecurity thing?
Actually, I don't teach. I rather guide them. Like you have problems, right? You find a vulnerability in a site, but you don't know how to go about it. You don't know how to report. So you talk to me, I give you guidance. Okay, do this, write your statement this way, and just send it to the security team.
Okay. Okay. This is going to be a little bit weird to ask him, but I want to know. Have you ever, like, hacked your friends, or just to prove a point that okay, I can really do it?
Actually, yes.
Okay, we feel so comfortable right now.
Yeah, I have phones. I hack into phones and computers, networks. Yeah.
Wow, that must be really interesting. Doesn't it feel like having some little power, or I don't know, even huge power? I don't even know how to handle.
Yes, it feels really great, but actually, right? If you are not able to control yourself, you turn into a bad guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Imagine going into your friend's phone, right? Getting their credentials, like just getting their credentials and logging into their account, seeing their secrets. Sometimes if you are not able to control it, you go over the bar.
Okay, that's wonderful. So guys, if you need like someone to protect your accounts now, you know the guy, okay? And I want us to talk about your company. I heard you have a company, and I want you to tell us about your company. What is it about?
Okay, that's InThePink.
Okay,
InThePink, yeah, specialized in web application pen testing. Mostly we call it penetration testing. We also deal with network security. Also, if you want to have your own website, we can build your website for you, application for you, and not just build it, but actually put in protective mechanisms so that at least we can protect you from being hacked. We can't do it 100% because no network is safe. But at least we'll try to reduce the risk.
Yeah, I feel like the world is becoming into this one small thing because of this whole internet thing. Like, it's becoming smaller by the day. It's no longer as free and big as it was. I feel like we are now just in one shell. Don't you like ever think about maybe one day nobody's really going to have a secret or anything? Like,
no, nothing like secret anymore. Nothing like secret anymore. Because with the internet, provided you expose yourself on the internet, you are not safe.
Wow. Yeah. What can we do about it? I mean, I'm really concerned about that. Like, people still need their privacy. I mean,
okay.
So what do you think? Well, is there a way of making it better, or?
Yes, there are ways. If you have an account, right, try to use strong passwords. When I say strong passwords, your password should contain alphabets, numbers, characters. So maybe your password, maybe if you want to use a password, maybe let's say password, PASSWORD, you can make it capital P, then maybe small a, then capital S, just mix them up, put maybe characters in it, but never use password, like never use password or something like your name as a password. Yeah, also use lengthy passwords.
You know, the problem with that is we forget.
Yes.
We try to really protect ourselves by putting those weird passwords and stuff.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, you realize, I really forget this thing. Let me just put something.
You know, that's why you should get a password manager on your phone.
Oh.
Yeah, password manager helps you organize your passwords.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It helps you organize your password.
Yeah, that's very good. Yeah. How was it like starting a company?
It was really, it wasn't that easy. Yeah, critics and all that. Others trying to tell you, think you are better than me or something, but it wasn't easy at all.
And really, because I know a lot of people, whenever they have started something, it's like how you said that it wasn't easy. I would really want to know, like, how, you know, the heart of it, like how it wasn't easy. You get it? Like, how was the experience of it from the beginning? how even yourself, because people can criticize, but then at some point when you're starting something, even yourself, you begin to tell yourself, nah, maybe I'm making a mistake. Am I really investing in the right thing or what? So how was the experience?
It all comes out of passion. If you really know this is what you want to do, right? I don't think someone criticizing you should stop you. Your parents are going to stop you. Initially in Ghana, right, I always told my mother, I'm interested in computer, but she was like, why computer? Because back home, right, anytime someone gets into the computer field, they end up maybe selling computer parts.
Okay.
You understand? So they had this perception when you get into computing, you are going to end up selling computer parts, but actually that's wrong.
Like, I know those people, like, so I can literally picture those people. Exactly. Now I know how your mother was feeling.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, parents trying to stop you, friends, you lose a couple of friends because of that, you don't have time for them. Exactly. They always want you to come with them to party. For us, we don't have time to party. Yeah. Always stay indoors. So you are going to lose a lot of friends. Yeah. And it makes like they always say, you think you are better than them.
So how do you manage your company in school?
One good thing, one secret about computing is when you start a computer company, right? You don't actually need let's say an office or a specific location. Provided you have your internet, you have your laptop, that's it. You can work remotely.
Yeah.
So, for instance, I have my own team members. Someone deals with the development of the site, someone dealing with the application, me doing the protection, and a couple of friends. Yeah.
Wow. Well, what advice would you give to someone who is starting something right now, and it can be really difficult to start something new? And when people don't know your vision or understand your vision, they tend to just want to shut it down before it even gets to anywhere. So what advice would you give to a person who wants to start something right now, or who is in the initial stages of starting the thing?
So if you're in the initial stage of starting something like this, I don't think you should consider people's views, especially if those views aren't going to benefit you. You understand? You just ignore those views. Those are their views. That's not your view.
Yes.
If you have your own vision, you should make sure you act like your vision comes true. Yeah. Just because someone doesn't like it doesn't mean you shouldn't like it. You should love. I didn't say you should like. You should love what you really want to do. Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you something very weird right now. Like, there's a time when I had another talk with someone here, and I was asking them if they knew what mansplaining is, right? So mansplaining is like when a guy is explaining something to a lady, right, in a way that would make it seem like they know nothing, right? In your field, right, do you feel like all the time when you're explaining what you do, it's like you're mansplaining your things that you do?
Yep, mostly. Especially when the female, right, is not really into the security aspect. Maybe let's say we are both in the same company.
Yes.
Right? We both do the same thing. But maybe you are a reporter. You write you do the documentation. Sometimes you don't understand some things, right? We have to explain to you. Yes. So it happens a lot.
Does it annoy you to explain that? When you know what you do, right? And then people are always asking you all the time about one thing.
It's annoying.
Like asking you about cybersecurity, right? At a certain point, it must be annoying to explain what is cybersecurity or what is cybersecurity.
Yeah, it's really annoying. But even though it's annoying, right? Just try to be patient. Try to explain it to the person again. Because if you don't explain it to the person might end up making mistakes and being hurt. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So you just have to bear with it.
Doing your master's right now in software engineering and you having to have done electrical engineering. Do you face like any difficulties in the transition from electrical to software engineering?
Okay, not actually, because back when I was doing electrical engineering, right, we started with C programming. We also did a bit of assembly language. So C programming gave me that.
Okay, wait. Do you like C programming? Like love. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Love it.
I like that. You can continue. Wow.
So doing this gave me the initial understanding. You know, normally, right, everybody assumes C programming is very difficult. It's very difficult, which I know it's true.
Well,
it's difficult. So being able to understand the C, understand the low-level language like assembly language, getting into software engineering wasn't that difficult, because with software engineering, let's say you are going to be learning Java, Python, those are high-level languages. So it makes it easier, actually.
That is actually nice. Okay, what is your vision? Like, if I should ask, if you're free to share with us, what is your vision for the future? Like, what do you really want to, that one thing that you really want to do, like through cybersecurity, that one thing that will leave like a footprint? Like, what is that one thing that you really want to do?
One thing I really want to do is, actually, InThePink being the giants of Africa. Yes, like to be recognized in Africa, we should have our own team of researchers, security researchers, there to help our continent. To help our continent, so we don't need. Okay, we need, but not really depending on external forces.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm glad I know you right now, because this video is going to be my passport on knocking on your door. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us today. It was like really wonderful talking to you, and as a person who's doing software engineering, I really enjoy to hear someone who is talking about it with so much joy and excitement and love for it, because it's only like a few times, well, in my class I should say it's only a few times when you hear someone speak about it. We always have things to complain about. So it was really nice talking to you about this, and I really wish you all the best in InThePink. It's called InThePink, right? Yeah, in InThePink. This is going to be my passport, by the way. All right, so how can people find InThePink, and how can people follow you on the social media?
Okay, so InThePink, you can find us on Instagram at InThePink Global. Yeah, InThePink_global.
All right, thank you so much, guys. Go and check out InThePink, so that if you need anything, now you know the guy. You don't need to be struggling. Thank you guys for watching. Just make sure that when you visit Boha University, you come to Cat's Eye and just have a nice meal. Until next time. Like and comment on our video, and if you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them on the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe.